preparing for live stream. Done. Okay. All right. Okay. And we're here. Ready,
Right.
set, go. Okay. So today we're going to be doing your card reading, Jane, and we're going to go through some of the programs and all that you've been involved in and maybe still being taken to, I know, abducted, alien stuff, super soldier stuff, all that. So, and you're a shaman, so I know you've healed a lot of those aspects of you, but we still venture in to help other people and venture into the dark and do those because we'll probably always have fears too, in this
Yeah.
reality. Things come up all the time from our other programmings or alters or aspects wanting um to heal too. So it's kind of um ongoing thing with that here, I think. So
Yes, absolutely.
we tell me, and we'll do other videos too with your shamanism because I want to learn more about that as well.
Yeah, I'd
So
love to
you want to,
share so we can do that
yeah,
sometime.
you want to tell me kind of about some of the super soldier stuff, kind of things, or the alien when you're growing up. And I'll be shuffling your cards here while you're talking, and then we'll get right on it.
Okay. So I have almost a blank slate from birth to 7. I think that's when I was abducted. I think it was a combination of Raytheon Corporation and the Germans through Operation Paperclip and the US Navy because I've had many interactions with them ever since.
Okay.
And I know I have alters now that one's I'm working on a ship on Mars. And I had an interesting experience. I think I had a clone and a cyborg, and I got the soul fragment back, which was really
Oh,
amazing.
that's good. Yeah, that is good.
Amazing because it kind of reached out to me during it was dying or something in a crash, and it reached out at me just at the time I could get the fragment because I don't think they usually let the fragments go, but I was able to recently do that with soul retrieval. Um, some of my memories are coming back of being operating ships at a really early age, like 4 or 5 under mind control. Little like black, like three pointed. I don't know if they were German or UFO. Those memories are coming back of being trained like mind control to telepathically operate small ships, and
Okay.
I believe I was dropping bombs. I don't know if it was if they were using some sort of imaginary scene, so I would understand how to do it. It was real, but so I'm just getting back the memories of my first 7 years,
Yeah.
which I was
Mm-hmm.
mind like for. But I
Mm-hmm.
think MK Ultra began at birth and probably before Earth. I think my mother was a combination of Pleiadian and German, which
Okay.
they like that combination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mother had 2 birth certificates. One was German and one was Canadian. So I'm
Okay.
guessing um, what I'm most familiar with is what they call the aftercare, which is the targeting that came after I got released from the program or partially released. I think they're still taking me because I have huge blanks in
Yeah.
time. They say, "Do
Mm-hmm.
you remember this? Do you remember?" I had an old boyfriend that said we went to the beach and this wild horse ran up, and I got on the horse and I rode. And he said, "Do you remember that?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And that was something like I would be really excited about remembering.
Okay. Yeah, then like it was probably an altar, and that was
Yeah,
probably some kind of
yeah,
a
I switched to an
programming.
altar. It
Hmm.
seems like good experiences they don't want me to remember, so they switch me into another altar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like that. Maybe the altar that wanted to experience that too, or
Oh, that's
however.
interesting. Yeah.
with
So
the horses.
um I was a whistleblower journalist too, and I got heavily targeted with directed energy weapons
Oh
after that.
yeah. What does
And
that feel like? Like how do you
it
describe
depends
that?
upon which kind of weapon they're using, what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
If they're targeting you heavily from aerial craft like drones or I don't know what else they use, satellites. That
So yep.
that feels like you're being tortured with an invisible X-ray or something.
Mm-hmm. Like heated on the inside, like that kind
Yeah,
of.
you heat on the inside. I mean, I used to have to sleep with like about a foot layering of lead. I still have to sleep with lead covering and all this
Oh.
other stuff, but they're not. I'll probably jinx myself. They've not been hitting me from above for about 4 years, but they're still doing coming up from the ground level. That's a
Mm.
different type of weapon they're using, but it's not as severe, and I can pretty much guard against it. But I feel like this is aftercare. They've kept me in trauma using directed energy weapons so that I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the only thing. When you're in CIA aftercare, you've got gang stalking, cyber hacking.
Yeah.
They do everything imaginable and things you couldn't imagine either. But I'm just sort of getting stabilized enough to start to remember the first 7 years, which I think, of course, they never wanted me to. I don't remember a whole bunch of alien contact yet.
Oh, okay.
Um, I am
They probably.
purposely now connecting with positive Pleiadians and positive reptilian for guidance and protection. But I'm not recalling yet a lot of alien encounters but I don't know what happened to me the first 7 years.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I was on Mars. I had an experience with James Rink, but it was very short and brief. And so it's just coming back.
Yeah. Because you would have been taken, when you were little to do the mind fracturing and stuff too,
Yeah,
like clone and mind fractured and your DNA taken and your
yeah.
consciousness put in all these other clones and put in other realities and you know for the super soldier program is what I'm meaning, with that. And then so there would have been some probably, well, you'd have been tagged, but when you were in the womb and stuff, probably because you said your mom was Pleiadian German, so the genetics might have been manipulated with that as well to make you more of a hybrid, with the special, because it seems like you have the angelic DNA too, Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, and I see it in other people like you. And every once in a while, it's like I have a daughter that I feel. So it's a very distinct vibration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay,
Um,
well, I'm gonna get started on this and we can talk about each one. So I got the stasis pods. So
is that where they
aspects.
clone you?
Hmm. This
Is
is
that
going to
where
be
they?
like aspects of you that are in that. It's like a
Okay,
bed and it's kind of a stasis. They keep you in a stasis state, So this, if it's that ultra soldier or um super soldier or even a clone or something like that, then they're always going to be in this a stasis state, ready to be activated. So,
okay,
hmm
yeah.
and then Project Monarch.
I was thinking about that just this morning. Yeah,
hmm What do you feel the Monarch is?
total mind control, total
Hmm.
MK ultra mind control, and potentially sex trafficking.
Hmm.
I don't have memories yet of Super Soldier. I do have of being in that, working for the Germans in other capacities, but
Yeah.
like I said, I have like 5% memory recall, so it could be Super Soldier, but I don't remember yet.
And
Any,
espionage and stuff too. With that, like
yeah,
that
and
one.
assassin. Yeah, I don't
Hmm.
remember yet, but something about it feels familiar. I
Okay.
don't have a recall. Yeah.
Just some light language, just going in. You know how I do all those on
Yeah,
there.
I love seeing all those on Facebook.
Secret space program.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is the Andromedan star seed, and they're going to be the hypersensitive empaths. It's also talking about like setting boundaries, for yourself, so
Mhm.
people don't take your advantage, like of your time, and you know what I mean, in that way too.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a big thing for us because we can feel everybody's pain and you want to help everybody, but it
mhm,
doesn't work out very well.
yeah,
And if you do it too much.
yeah. Okay, and this is going to be a praying mantis. This is
Hmm.
the guide
Yeah,
teacher.
it's cute.
This some They seem kind of playful too.
Yeah, they're cute too. I like those
Mm-hmm.
little guys. Oh, that one's more serious.
Yeah, seems more like a gray of some sort,
Yes. Yeah.
maybe hybrid of some sort. Orion Stargate Guardian. So this what do you feel with that? Because I see quite a bit of energy with the Orion Stargate Guardian. I keep thinking of um it's kind of like looks like a fairy tale kind of, because there's I see the unicorns come through it, and I see some, it looked like the fairy godmother kind of a person, like a goddess. So I don't know if that's some kind of a guardian of that. Maybe it's a realm or something, but last
Yeah,
time I
if
pulled it,
it's
I saw that
shaman,
too.
shaman terminology, that'd be called middle world,
Oh,
where
okay.
all those beings exist.
Mm-hmm.
I do access that world quite a bit. It's one of my favorite places in the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, the middle world is like this reality, or the middle world
It's
is
this reality, except for the dream world state of
oh,
this
okay.
reality. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a different vibration. It's the earth, but like the dream body within
Oh,
a
okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes
very
sense
earthly
then.
place. And there's a lot of mythological, so-called mythological care beings there. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. Okay. And then channeling your higher self or something, or your guides, even
Oh yeah,
animals,
power animals,
all
spirit
your
guides.
animals. Yeah, you got so many. Never give up.
Yeah, that would be my motto.
What's your sign, astrology sign?
I'm a double Capricorn,
Oh, okay. I'm
double
a
Earth sign.
double Cancer. My sun
You're
and
double
moon
Cancer,
Cancer. Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
you're a lot of emotion and water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I have Venus in Cancer as well,
yeah, that
so
makes sense. Yeah.
mm-hmm. But then I have Mars in Leo and rising as Sagittarius, and then Saturn in Leo. So it's kind of
Oh yeah, my
fire.
rising is Sag too.
Oh, cool. That's good.
That's why I don't always come across as a Capricorn because Sag is fire and animated, and
Mm-hmm.
Capricorn is so serious. But
Yeah.
mostly people will see that fire that we have,
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
we
Or
present to the world. Yeah.
yeah, feeling it too, huh? The fire. See, look, fire. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that. And about the geomagnetic storm and stuff too, how has that, because I think it's kind of calming down now but how has that made you feel inside? You was talking about some,
I'm actually feeling it more today than before. But what I'm feeling is like letting you have to. I have to let go of old paradigms that are not fulfilling my higher self. Like the
mm-hmm,
staying in any old templates is getting more painful. It's like this
mm-hmm,
cataclysmic energy
mm-hmm,
to kind of move
mm-hmm,
you into another arena. So that's what I'm feeling is like
mm-hmm.
let go, let go, let go, let go. Or
Yeah.
you're really the tethers to me are I'm feeling them more like I can't stand being tethered to
Mm-hmm,
old earth energy anymore. So
mm-hmm.
you're taking a quantum leap without knowing what's coming, but it's like you
Yeah.
kind of feel like you have to go into the new earth vibration. not even knowing
Well,
what might happen.
what do you recommend people do? Because I know a lot of it was really a strong geomagnetic storm, and then we had all the blackout too. So
Yeah,
it's like a lot of energy and a lot of I was feeling it all in my head and my body felt like it was the radiation. I felt that a lot.
yeah. Well, for me, what I've been doing is like what keeps us tethered is usually old trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been taking this combination flower essences, letting me process old trauma. It's like I'm trying to clear my solar plexus of the old fears.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Mm-hmm.
old, we get a lot of programming. If we express ourselves, we're going to be,
Yeah.
something awful is going to happen, like a child kill, well, for us in SSP, not normal people. But
Mm-hmm.
so I've been trying to come up with a technique to separate the MK Ultra that wants you to think that if you take care of yourself, love yourself, you're
Yeah.
inspired,
Mm-hmm.
creative, like they're going to kill you or torture someone. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been meditating on that and breaking the ties
Yeah,
in
trying
my
to
brain
yeah.
between positive and the negative MK Ultra.
Yeah.
That's helping me. I'm like working out a technique. I'll have to share it. And also cleaning out your solar plexus,
Yeah.
the earth
Mm-hmm.
center, the first three chakras. I think
Mm-hmm.
clearing. It's a time to clear. Yeah.
Some praying mantis still.
It's funny. I was just listening. I don't know if it was James Rank or Arkeem or one of them about the praying mantises on Mars and how brutal they are. But I think
Mm.
I know there's a good
Mm-hmm.
genre of praying
Oh
mantis.
yeah.
I've
Oh yeah.
seen them on like on Earth.
There's Antares praying mantis, and
Yeah,
they kind of don't interact with the humans so much. It's more like if
yeah,
you're a starseed or something, but then they're higher vibration too.
yeah.
So
I've always loved seeing the little ones around the house.
take
Yeah.
time for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was blinking, so that's like when it blinks, it's like significant. So it's like true or yes. So
It's like pay attention.
hmm yeah, clear sentience, clear feeling, sensing energy. That's like an air sign. I think that's the air symbol. Is that the air symbol? Yeah, that is. The fire is just a pyramid. This kind of feels like it's a wand or some sort to cut the cords to, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Taygeta, I believe that's like in the Pleiades. You might look up some videos on that to find some aspects or see
Yeah,
if you resonate.
I need to write that down.
Yeah. I looked up a whole bunch of videos and was just um whatever I was kind of guided to, with that. So researching new information and new places to help people because it's not just like Sirius and Orion. It's like all these different places. So some light language could be a place. You probably have to look at the video too, later and see.
This the video that we're doing. Yeah. Okay.
hmm
Hmm.
Psychic super soldier
Yeah.
for remote viewing, taken for remote viewing.
Yeah.
Yep. Go on a vision quest. You do
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
with your work, huh? Mm-hmm.
Not specifically. I haven't done that in a while, specifically for a vision. I do
Mm-hmm.
meditation every day, but I haven't spent several days looking for a specific vision yet
Oh,
recently.
okay. Because you kind of have to have something in mind that you're searching for, and then you go on a vision quest.
Sometimes it comes first with the question or seeking direction.
Mm-hmm.
And other times I think people go and just search for the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But on a shamanic journey, you always go with an intention. So
Mm-hmm.
the guide, the spirit
Yeah.
guide, know
Yeah.
what you're looking for.
I would think you would need an intention. So
Yeah.
because they're like, what do you, because you don't know, if you don't know, I don't know. So what do you, like that kind of thing. You kind of have to have an idea, I would think,
Now,
to,
usually there's a pressing issue when someone goes on
mm,
a vision quest,
I see. Yeah.
like an
Mm-hmm.
overwhelming, which way do I go kind of thing, or what
Oh, okay.
next. This tends to be like a pressing issue.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're looking for, like you want to heal someone and you haven't figured out how to do it, or yourself. You could go on a
I see.
vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can also just do a shamanic journey, but mental power. Okay.
Mental power. All your psionic abilities. Mm-hmm. And all the other realities, like that too. So remote viewer.
Yeah, I got to start doing more of those. I really enjoy doing remote viewing.
Mm-hmm. How do you usually do that, or do you teach that?
I haven't taught it. No, I just get in a state of meditation. I set my intention with my guides, who's ever, and if I'm doing it for YouTube, I can just close my eyes and I set my intention. I think the last one I did was the LA fires, the real reason behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was shown different scenes. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's
Oh,
almost
okay.
like a shamanic journey.
Yeah, that is true for me. Yeah, too.
um
Hmm. The
like
same
I
thing.
don't necessarily see exactly what is going on in middle world. They're showing me metaphors of what happened. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was shown Tom Hanks hiding or burning material, so that clearly was not happening while I was remote viewing, but they were trying to tell me that a
Mm-hmm.
lot of it was to cover up documents.
Yeah,
So
you kind of are like scanning over the overall energy and seeing
yes,
little clips of like
yeah,
clips of all the information,
yes, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe my remote viewing is more like a shamanic journey, because
Mm-hmm.
I,
Yep.
I think I can see at the moment, but that isn't necessarily my expertise. It's to get psychic information from the site.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
now that you're asking me, yeah.
Advanced psychic. This is confirming for you how all
Yeah.
your psychic powers. Wow. And these, I feel like these are Martians, and the mantis, maybe the native Martian
Yeah.
ant people,
They're
they're
coming
not,
up a lot in this reading.
huh?
They're coming up a lot in this
Oh
reading.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I, I think they probably, one of them is my guide anyway, and the tall gray, my guide, but, I think they want, because a lot of people maybe had seen them in abduction, so they maybe fear them, or they seen them on
Um,
Mars, or they seen them here. So I think it's trying to kind of help heal that, within people and showing not everything is bad, and all with the
yeah,
grays too and all that. So yeah,
there he is again.
yeah. Yeah, and they'll have all that being, and then that's this message too when it's like this. So I'll usually just draw the being and then have that message, come through. And it's just an energetic kind of exchange. So you could always tune into it and, you know,
The image is so childlike, it's almost like healing your inner child in a way.
uh-huh, that's
Like
good.
a friendly version of
Mm-hmm.
something that might have been scary, like you just said. Because
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like my inner child responds to those images in a positive way.
Yeah. Because I've read and heard a lot of things with the praying mantis as one of the main like conductor of the abduction with the little grays working for him and stuff too. And they look scary, but they're more they don't have that emotion, and they're more of a science and their genetics, and then they do the if it's like the healing part on you, but there's not really an emotion. You can kind of feel if you're connected with them, and some of them are like the star family, or if you've been with them before too, like if you really feel connected, like I do with my spirit guide, Olympus is his name, and um, you know, I don't see anything scary, so that kind of, I don't know, I try to just help people with that, just to say it's like they might look scary, and I haven't seen one physically. And, so that, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Some people have seen them physically in their room, and
Yes.
anything in your room, that would be
Yes.
scary no matter what, even if it was your parents coming in and standing over
Exactly.
your bed, that would scare you,
Yeah.
so, you know. I think it's how they do it. So that's probably why they paralyze people and then they erase the memory. So you're not, because it's probably just for upgrades or implants or kind of a doctor's visit or something like that, because they're monitoring maybe their star seeds. So it's a bunch of different things. And then some are for the alien abductions too. So it's kind of a variety of things. But anything that's in your room that comes in the night and you wake up and you see it, that's scary for anything at all. Even if it's your cat or dog too, they startle you. So you know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah, because your brain's kind of in theta state, which is this,
mm-hmm,
subconscious meditative. So it's trying to shock you back into beta.
mm-hmm,
I mean, that's when a lot of soul loss can happen too, from a shamanic perspective. Whenever you're shocked, even you
mm-hmm.
can you can lose a fragment.
Oh yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
probably know that too, because then you're really vulnerable. You don't know what to do. If you lose
Mm-hmm.
a piece of yourself like really quickly in a shock environment, you're like you don't
Yeah.
know what to do. So you're even more vulnerable. So they'll try to shock you as much as possible if it's an abduction
Mm-hmm. And
before they take
paralyzed.
you.
I know they paralyze, so that might be a shock
Yeah.
paralyzed, like the same kind of thing there. So you
Yeah.
don't move either, so you don't
Yes.
move or
And we're not
scream.
like that when we're fully conscious and awake. We'll move, move our body, our eyes, we'll have reactions. But then when you have a little bit of a soul loss, maybe you freeze.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sure,
Yeah,
they
the
know all
split.
this.
So splitting technology. See, that's probably what we were just talking about then, how they're gonna use
Yes,
that
that's
for
what we're
so.
just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
call it a technology, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a human experience too. It's a survival. It's an intelligent survival strategy. Um, if you're under shock or trauma, to split
Mm-hmm.
your soul, but it becomes a weakness if you don't get your soul back.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be um yeah, this is like a different kind of, I think it may
Yeah,
be a hybrid type in I want to say insectoid gray, but sometimes it changes too. So sometimes I'll show it and I think it's this, and then the next time I show it and it's something else, depending on the person, So kind of whatever you feel. Elongated skull might be, might also be an ancient, like where maybe Orion, maybe that's where, might be even a serpent too. Could be a
yeah.
few
There's
different
this,
things.
yeah, this real serpent eye for
Yeah.
sure.
Uh-huh.
Almost like a serpent head on a
Yeah.
kind of Egyptian.
I thought
It's
that too.
Egyptian.
Egyptian like serpent.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Apollonian, that's the felines, lion. There's a lot of that, the Apollonians. Have you looked them up before?
no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to look those up and see. And then I got military abductions occurring. Military. So this is the My Lab.
Oh yeah.
I think they probably would access your consciousness into your clone body. Is that how you feel that that's done?
Yeah, the one that I'm aware of now is a female. I think it was after the first session I had with you. I did more exploration, and I believe they're using a clone of mine. She's a female German officer
Hmm.
on Mars, and they're using her for navigation. She doesn't seem to be being tortured. I mean, I guess that part already happened. Um,
Mm-hmm.
whether they're still abducting me, I don't know. I do wake up with marks sometimes on my,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know if they're still
It might
abducting.
be just like a monitoring, and monitoring and giving you upgrades or checking your medical, stuff like that too. They
Yeah,
do all that. But then there's the other aspects of you, like you said, on Mars, that the lady there,
yeah,
that's
And I know
accessed.
through targeting, I mean, I'm already hooked up. I'm already
Mm-hmm.
Neuralink computer at Shriver's Air Force Base. They already monitor all my bodily signs, and
Mm.
it's through remote view.
Mm-hmm.
Shriver's Air Force Base in Colorado is sort of the biggest center in the world of
Mm-hmm.
military advanced computers,
What
and
is the
they
name of it?
Shriver's Air Force Base in
Shrivers. Okay.
Colorado is said
Mm-hmm.
to be the biggest Air Force base in the center of the Naval Computer Center underground. It's under the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I know that I'm linked. They're already, we have a Neuralink already. I don't know what Musk is
Yeah.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
We know targeted individuals, the dangers of a Neuralink.
Yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
monitor everything you do. They can try to change your feelings. They can make your
Mm-hmm.
heart race. They can do anything they want
Mm-hmm.
to reach your mind and your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now that I'm more and more aware of it, I can control it, but they can see, my body,
Mm-hmm.
my heart rate,
Yeah.
my thought.
They, yeah,
They
your
know
thought. Mm-hmm.
the computer can interpret them from, energy to words.
And I guess that there would be some something that goes off in their thing once you are thinking of certain, how would they monitor those, like whatever, if you're going to be talking, then
Yes.
like they just kind of just maybe there's a group of people who monitor so many, and then like that kind of thing. So
Yeah, I think they all, they're all assigned targeted individuals, and yeah, they're looking for what you're thinking, what you might do. They're looking to see what your resources are, your relationships, how they can sabotage them,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
your environment. I'm not getting really attacked right now, which is strange. Usually, if I have an interview like this or something, I'm
yeah,
going to get the tinnitus is going to go off the charts, the ringing and but I'm getting more and more protection these days. It's
mm-hmm,
interesting. The more you learn about who you are,
yeah,
it
mm-hmm,
gives you a power.
yeah, that's
It,
true. Yeah, mm-hmm,
yeah, it gives you a power. Like they made me feel like I was a nobody. I'm not a nobody. Like I have
right.
power, I have
Mm-hmm.
strength, I have abilities, and that just like I think strengthens your energy.
Empowering, yeah, it is,
Yeah.
and thinking more positive thoughts too,
Yes.
and not and going and being
Yeah. It's a
outside and doing things
huge.
and feeling happy within yourself and all that too,
Yes. And I'm
Mhm.
glad you brought that up because that is huge, your
Mhm.
thoughts. Like you
Mhm.
can almost vibrate yourself out of their field.
Mhm.
You start to think and feel really positive. You're almost to a degree on a different earth plane than them. And I felt
Oh
that
yeah.
times.
Mhm.
Like I've
Mhm.
had gang stalkers stalking and like they're not even in my world. Like I'm in a different vibration. So
Mhm.
that is like one of the best techniques I can think of to avoid
Mhm.
targeting
Mhm.
to a degree is you vibe
Yeah.
right out of their field.
And you can ask,
You can't enter.
you can ask like your spirit animals too to help, all
Yes.
that. You got all kinds of animals, just like people can look up the names of what the animals, and just start kind of like that, just looking through animal guides and see which animals and then what they do, and then just kind of ask them. And I always just you I would take like I would get a book or something on shamanic journey so you can understand what all the meaning and how powerful they are, because most people are like, why would I want to trade with a possum? Why would I want to trade with the squirrel? They don't know the meaning of
Yeah.
things. So just start to, and they can help. And then you feel like you got a whole team of
Yeah.
beings helping,
I mean, Gaia has given us tremendous gifts and powers if you call upon them. We're all born with
Yeah.
a power animal. And
Mm-hmm.
some shamans have up to 1,000, depending upon
Yeah.
the good work they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you call upon them and they're there in your energy field. But because we're a free will planet, they won't necessarily come to you unless you call them and you're
Mm-hmm.
aware of them because
Mm-hmm.
they respect our free will, unlike the other energies we're working with through
Mm-hmm.
SSD, and
Mm-hmm.
demonic. They don't respect, but these energies want to be
Mm-hmm.
called in and recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I call in all my power animals along
Mm-hmm.
first thing in the morning.
Yeah. and any of them that wish to help, or
Yes.
teach, you
And
know.
yeah, and
Mhm.
it will come to you often based on what you need and who you are and what your next step is in your spiritual
Mhm.
evolution.
Yeah. Mhm. Alrighty. So we got travel, two, um, realities. What's it say?
Outside of normal perception, yeah, that would
Yeah.
go into most of my day.
Mhm.
Some days, some days.
What about dolphin DNA?
Yeah,
Yeah, Syrian, the Syrian.
I can relate to
Yeah.
that for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Think it's Sirius B, that the dolphin, the
Yeah,
amphibian. But
yeah,
they're gonna be probably on in the super soldier too, the dolphin DNA, so you can be on missions and communicate telepathically with them as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's another whole big issue, but I will never forget your testimony.
Yeah,
Oh my
going into
God,
the
that was
water, like being
yeah,
dropped
that
off
was
and
like
stuff. Yeah. You
yeah,
probably was there
incredible.
too then if you resonate with it, you
Oh
know?
my God,
Hmm.
I was just like, yeah, I couldn't. I kept listening to it and thinking of it,
Yeah, then you're
remembering it, and going
resonating
over
with
the
it.
details in my head, and I was just, it was incredible. I think you were jumping from helicopters or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dropped
And the
off in
dolphins came to
training.
save you. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, yeah, that,
Yeah.
yeah.
You call them in and then they take us down into the ocean through stargates and to look for lost relics and stuff. And so they do a lot with us with the training and stuff
Is that one
too.
of the altars, or is that?
Yeah, it's gonna be, well, it's another aspect, I think,
Was that
it's
with
not
James? You and James were on
with
that?
James and Steve,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of,
it was
think there's a
incredible.
lot more. Yeah. I
Right.
don't mention every single body, every person, just in case they don't want to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
that's
it, you
true.
know?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. But
Yeah.
I know James is probably the most public.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
knows about it because I told him already. He likes to know when I see him and
yeah,
stuff.
because he doesn't
So
remember a lot. He really
he's
appreciates.
wiped. Yeah, he's wiped all the
Like,
time.
yeah, I have a lot.
Mhm.
I'm getting little bits and pieces, but I
Mhm.
relate to what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Yep. He's always wiped, so he doesn't talk. And this is the last one here. Is the seems like a just a gray that's maybe um seems
All seeing
friendly.
eye gray or something.
Yeah, something like that. So I had still have time. I put it for the 1:45, because I have a two
Well,
o'clock. And then if you wanted to share anything too, then
well,
we
I
can do
did
that.
this last night. I did a meditation. I was sort of asking, like, what is my next step? My next step, and I started to get. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? It's on the
Yeah.
back of the calendar.
Oh,
It's
okay. A
really,
bunch of light language. Is that
yeah,
right?
it's light
Symbols?
language, and there's one thing there, and I asked them what that was, and they said it was a portal. Like, if I
Oh.
could create, it was a portal for time travel if I wanted to.
Oh.
And these the light language, I just did that lesson the first time I've ever wrote. I think I've been doing it all my life, but this is the first time
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
reminded
Keep
me
doing it. Definitely. That's what you did, the
that,
activation and stuff through what I
yeah,
was writing. Is that
yeah,
right? That
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
You've really
Good.
got me
I
like,
love
oh,
to
I
hear
wasn't
that.
just doodling my whole life, like, and you like
Mm-hmm.
introduced me to that idea. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was told, like, to put these in my energy field, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't, somehow it would keep me from switching altars. Like, if
Oh, okay.
like Reiki symbols, you write them, like,
Mm-hmm.
you do Reiki. So
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of Reiki symbols when I
Yeah.
do healing. And they said
Mm-hmm.
these in my energy field too, because
Good.
when I switch altars a lot when I'm trying to be positive and like say, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to set up? I'm going to do like a shamanic, whatever, a Reiki sessions, or I will switch altars into like a victim altar.
Mm.
And they
Oh, okay.
said, like, oh, that I can even see my body position will change, and I'll just like swamp. But it's like, I need to stay in that flow.
Mm.
So they said
Mm.
if I put these in my energy field, it'll
Yeah.
be in my essence.
So it's like technology, those
Yeah.
symbols, So you can even, like, I write stuff on my arms, on my
Oh,
hands and my arms, I'll do different stuff too and just write. I just do it just for fun, like doing that, but I just put it all over me, just different things all the time. So if I had like tattoos, and then I would probably want them to be changing a lot because I like I like different messages and different energy
Yeah,
frequencies and technology to be in, so it just depends
yeah.
on what I
I
need for
like that
that
you have that
time.
flow. You don't cling to anything. You let all this energy flow through you, no matter how many times it transmutes. You
Right. Mm-hmm.
like accept it and go with it. And that
Mm-hmm.
must give a lot of joy to just be feeling that universal, God energy or whatever you call it coming through you all the time. Is that
Mm-hmm.
what some of your face stuff was that you wear sometimes? Is that light language? Like the dot?
Um, yeah, I was doing that for like the star being a Native American too, like this,
Yeah,
like the star, how I had this, but it was to lighten my third eye, and then I do different stuff too with the
yeah,
blue light or the purple light, like that. But
yeah,
that light gets really hot, so it's like, oh, like it
yeah,
makes you feel like you're in a heater. So
yeah.
I haven't used that in a while, but yeah, I was doing all different kinds of stuff all over me. So yeah. But yeah, those are like for festival paint, the fluorescent paints and stuff, the glow in the dark and all that too. So you can use that as well. But yeah,
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 I think I'm even gonna put this on one of my rattles,
I
channel
would.
rattle. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
put the light language. Like I just scribbled this on the back of my work calendar last night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna,
practice writing them. Practice
yeah,
writing them individually on note cards and stuff too,
oh
and maybe
yeah,
putting them up on different places so you learn how to write them so they're in your house, and on
oh
your
yeah, I like that
workspace.
idea.
Yeah,
Have
so you don't
on the
forget how to
wall.
write them,
I
you
wish
know?
I had all the ones I've written over the year on, napkins and receipts
I
and
know. Yeah.
everything I've
Well,
done my whole life. It was probably light language.
yeah. Yeah, it is, but I think that's already within you. So, like,
Yeah,
I noticed that I repeat a lot of the same symbols with the loops and stuff. Like, I'll be drawing a whole lot, and then I'm like, I'm just kind of writing the same symbol over and over how I started out, with that. So you probably can just keep on doing it. Like, get a book, a blank book, blank paper and
oh
stuff, and
yeah.
just act like you're just doodling at first, and then ask for whoever you want to come through, or just your whole higher self to communicate through you and give you messages, or your ET guides or your spirit guides, or just say like, I'm ready to do the light language. And I always started just making like a spiral, to kind of
Mhm.
activate myself in a way when I don't feel like it. And then you will feel it when it's coming through too, because it's like, I need paper, I need something to
Yeah,
write on,
yeah,
and then you just go to town, it's like so much. And then you will feel it stop. It's like the door closes and you're like, I, I can't even really, I'm just doodling now. You can feel
yeah. You can sense
energy
the shift.
stop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're sensitive,
Yeah.
you can sense that shift probably pretty
Yeah.
easily. Yeah,
Yeah, it's because I haven't been writing in a long time. And then all of a sudden, as I guess things have shifted, so then I put that flourish on my iPad, and then I just, it's just like so fast, different things, but kind of all the same. It's kind of like I'm transmuting all this energy and stuff too throughout myself and the environment and the earth and stuff too, so in different realms or wherever it's needing it, or to put it out to
yeah.
help
You're
people
just
too.
clearing, transmuting. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think you posted on Facebook recently about and I shared it. I think it was even today about
Mm-hmm.
transmuting energy, and some of us are
Yeah.
doing transmute, and I'm sure these symbols are just transmuting everything around within a
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
50-foot radius
Yeah.
of you, above, below, and around you.
All around.
Transmuting
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for everything
and
around too,
protecting.
probably, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good, good
I
form of protection too, I would
I
imagine.
Yeah, definitely that too, and probably I can feel that it's slowed down too. So, um, like, but also when I'm talking to people on the phone, I'll have my headset on, and if I feel like doing that too, then I'll write the symbol. So I'm kind of transmuting energy when I'm listening to them talk and stuff too. I'm talking like to them and everything, but it's like I'm doing this at the same time and helping clear their energy too, so if it's,
Yeah.
I'll do that as well. Yeah. And
So are
it's,
you writing down symbols when they're talking? Is that what you're saying? Oh,
yeah,
moon
some of that
symbols?
stuff that like
Oh,
that I write on there too is transmuting. It's transmuting whoever I'm talking to too, because they're going
yeah.
through the kind of the same energy too. So I'm just helping. Usually it's maybe like an alien thing too, and then that too. So it's whatever comes out. So all the stuff that I've been posting is phone calls and energy. So it's kind of all in this air, all in these past few days, of energy transmuting. Yeah, and probably opening up for new and clearing out and all that. But yeah, because I felt a lot of the radiation, from the geomagnetic storm, and I feel it in my whole body, just like
Yeah.
heat, like it's like an upgrade, I think, or something like that too.
Yeah,
Upgrading.
that's true. I've been having like
Yeah.
hot flashes at night, but I don't
Yes.
know if it's them hitting me with radiation or it's, earth magnetics or something
Yeah.
going on the
Yeah,
earth, but I haven't
that's why I
tested.
monitor it. Monitor what's going on if there's a geomagnetic storm or
Right.
something, with that. Because then if it's not, then it's this. Then if it's this,
Or the
then
human
look at
residents
this.
too.
Yeah.
I
hmm
think you posted about that recently too.
Yeah. You just then kind of investigate where it's coming from because we had the tornado and then I felt really low frequency just hitting my head. It was really annoying feeling of pressure. And I'm like, ask my parents, do y'all feel this? And they don't feel it. And I'm like,
Hmm.
there's something going on, it's with this storm. I knew it was a storm because it just was like a tornado pressure and stuff. And then the next day they showed very dense, more so than usual. They said a low pressure, in this storm. So I was like, because I usually don't feel it that strong. I can usually go and cut it, in half. But I do all the energy work when a tornado is there, and stuff.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, and I already did. I already knew there wasn't going to be a tornado. I just was. I already knew the wind was heavy and stuff. But you have to let that happen and stuff. But I always do the energy work and stuff when I know it's coming toward me, my area and stuff, and then I just break it apart, energetically like that. And you just break it apart. You go in and you just cut it apart and then disperse it and then just send it all healing or send it cold air or warm air or
Yeah.
whatever. You just kind of do Reiki on the whole thing, you know, and
Yeah,
then,
I break up energy with Choco Ray a
yeah.
lot and
hmm
protect it. You can
hmm
also send your power animals into these. So we have
Yeah.
all kinds of
It's whatever
tools.
you want to do, whatever you feel
Yeah,
guided to
whatever
do.
resonates with
hmm
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I just do it really fast and I love the air element, like the air bender. So
Yeah.
I I bring it in. I use the air symbol, the air element a lot. And then the fire is usually like within me to bring it out like for healing and stuff. But the air, when it blows, like I don't know, it just is something um how it feels and stuff. I just communicate with it. It's like how it just is so relaxing or something, being
Well,
like in the storm and stuff too,
yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, the air may be one of your allies, your elements, the spirit of air.
Yeah.
Could be
hmm
your ally. One of your powers is the power
hmm
of air, which I think you're
hmm
saying when you talk
hmm
about an airbender.
hmm
And you can talk to the spirit of air too in the clouds.
Yeah.
That's one thing about being here. All of these elements have a spirit that you
hmm
can call upon. And
Yeah.
it's hard being human, but that's one of the good things about being human is they're here to help us. The loving and
Yeah.
compassionate spirits of trees and flowers and power animals, but you need to call upon them because they
hmm
respect our free will.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to connect with it, like start. And then like with the earth energy, I'll notice like if there's like a storm, like a tsunami, then you can call on the earth and just drop like the earth, uh, you know, dirt, like heavy dirt into that storm, and it will start to just calm
Dissipate.
down. But you have to see it all in your mind. You
Yeah.
just can't say do it. You have to be able to
Yeah.
see it and do it, see it calming down and see it dissipating, and then everything's okay. Then it kind of all
Yeah, you're
dissipates.
being
Mhm.
using your power as co-creator with God to create a new reality.
Mm-hmm.
Have the
Mm-hmm.
power to do as co-creators.
Yeah, and then the
That's
water, you would use the water to rain down if there was a fire. Not like a not if they're being started, because then that's not going to be controllable because they're going to be kind of everywhere. But like if it's a fire of some sort, you can just bring the rain over or something, or pull the water up from the ocean and then just kind of hold it over there, like that kind
yeah,
of a thing.
yeah.
So,
Years ago, when there's a lot of huge fires here in New Mexico, but there was one that was encroaching on Los Alamos labs, and the natives
hmm
in the area got together and they stopped,
yeah,
using
you're in New Mexico.
yeah, spirits
hmm
of rain, and they stopped the fire when it got close to the lab, which would have
Oh,
been.
okay. hmm
That was a while. We have a lot of fires, but that was one of the biggest, and I believe, yeah, that they were the ones that sort of rallied
Yeah.
the spirits of rain and called upon the spirits of rain and wind.
Yeah.
So they had to shift the wind away,
hmm
move it away from the lab.
Yeah, it's easy to do. You just have to see it
Yeah,
all through, though. I do it all by myself. I don't need a group. I don't, because everybody thinks in their own way,
yeah,
how they want
yeah,
to see it happen. So I just do it on my own, kind of thing, and then just monitor it in my mind. Just continue, just feel the energy and stuff too, and see like that. So, yeah. Yep.
So
So,
didn't
okay, I'm
tornadoes
gonna,
have a special meaning for you? Weren't you abducted during a tornado or
oh,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, so you would
Yeah.
have a special kind of
The wind, maybe that's,
power or a relationship with that kind of energy.
hmm
Tornado.
yeah, I feel that. hmm Because I'm
Yeah,
not ever afraid during
yeah.
tornado, then I'm not ever afraid.
Hmm.
Nothing. But the Reiki has transformed that too within me, has transformed everything that I had anxiety about before. Like tornadoes and stuff. I used to get anxiety because I felt too much of the energy. So you just have to take control of it, of yourself and like you have the power to change it in within you,
Yes.
and control whatever you want to do with that. Everybody's going to be different. So yeah, I took that back and I don't have anxiety anymore during the tornadoes, and everybody's like, oh, we got to get in the storm cellar. And I'm like, no way. I'm not even getting in the storm cellar, I'm going to stay out here and do energy work on it. So then and help it too. Cause I think it's like screaming for help almost, too.
Hmm.
So yeah, I
Well,
don't
you have
know.
a shamanic relationship with the energy of the tornado. Like it's become your ally.
hmm
Probably why you're not afraid of it. You have power
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
With it. You're
and
sharing power with it.
hmm hmm Oh, when
Didn't
I do visualize when I'm like exercising, that that tornado just spins around me and I'm in the middle of it and I'm really like just calm as can be. It's like really calming for me to feel the energy spinning, around.
yeah.
Not me spinning, I'm still, but the energy spinning because you can pick it up and hold it in your hand or you can do whatever, so you can do all kinds of stuff with the air element, so yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a part of MK Ultra. They didn't want us to know that we had these powers with our mind. We can create reality, we can co-create with God unless they mess with our mind, which is what
hmm
MK Ultra is disempowering us as co-creators with God.
hmm
And
hmm
once you reclaim it, you can
Oh, and
rework
to
your whole
show you
life.
this, I guess, really fast. This crystal wants to look at, see ya. The crystal here. This from Arkansas.
Ooh, oh my gosh, that
It's
is
like if you see, it's kind of has I think it has like a rainbow in it
yeah.
someplace, It's heavy, probably like five
Uh,
pounds,
oh my
like a
god.
5 pound weight. You know what I got it for? The neighbor across the street needed a pack of cigarettes, so my mom traded him a pack of cigarettes for the crystal.
That is really
I
unique.
know.
Story. I love
Yeah,
that
I
story.
know.
Did
I'm like,
not
heck
expect
yeah, man,
that.
this is
I did not
awesome.
expect that.
And then she had, because the sister lived in Arkansas, so she got that from the crystal mine, because they're everywhere in Arkansas. So yeah.
Really,
And
I'd love to go
then this
crystal.
little guy too, he wants to see.
Oh yeah, he's
Hmm.
cute.
Yeah.
He's a
He's like a Spider-Man thing, and I just spray painted him silver metallic. That's what it wanted. So yeah. So I do different things like that, and I give him energy too, and whatever, I just talk to him and stuff too. So you just kind of talk to all these things that you have in your environment and stuff, and program it to do this one day, and then you talk to it the next day and say do the, so it's all yours.
Yeah, that's what
So
the Romanian gypsy shamans were known for, was animating the supposedly inanimate. Like
mm-hmm,
everything to them was animate because they
mm,
made it animate by doing what you are doing, like
yeah,
keeping them alive.
mm-hmm,
That's what they were known for, the gypsies, is
yeah, yeah, you
they
do
would
you
talk to
make it
their
work for you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
hmm. All the crystals and stuff, every
Oh,
crystal, it's like you make it work for you,
yeah.
even if it says it's for grounding, it might not be used for that day. It might just be to clear anxiety, something like that. So you just do different things, talk to all your stuff, all your tools. All these are
I love that.
tools.
I forgot
Hmm.
about that.
Hmm.
Animating the inanimate. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be crystals or,
Hmm.
power objects. It's just,
Yeah,
yeah, infusing life into. Because, I mean, even like if it's like a metal thing, like a desk or a car, the
yeah.
gypsies would always give their cars names. Metal itself has a spirit.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it will come with the car. There'll be a spirit, like even in planes, like when I'm flying, I call in a
Okay,
power
I'll do that. Hmm.
plane and
Hmm.
power animals for the co-pilot, and just
Hmm.
really as another form of protection.
Okay. Yeah,
The,
that's a good idea.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, is calling in all the powers of it, supposedly inanimate, because
Hmm.
metal, wood, all those elements, they have spirit, and
Hmm.
if you connect to them like you're doing, you could empower everything around you.
Yeah. Hmm. You
It's just,
do.
yeah.
And it recognizes it too. It feels important, so that's good. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So I'm going to end the stream and
All
stuff,
right,
and
it
then
was
we'll just
great.
continue on to the next one. Next
Okay.
time we'll go over, we'll kind of just take turns, your stuff and then my stuff, just kind of keep on doing it and maybe teach more about your shamanic journey kind of thing and all that too. So
Yeah,
people
and I
can,
want
mhm.
to interview you still.
Yeah, I have a lot more stuff too. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
It
Thank
might
you.
help you bring up some more information too. Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can put my YouTube channel below, it'd be great. I need
Yeah.
subscribers. I'm being really, really, as you know, restricted.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that'd be great. Okay.
Yeah, I will, and I'll send you the video. You can post it on your YouTube.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay.
Mm.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you all for watching too today, and stay tuned for the next episode, probably like this weekend sometime with uh doing your shamanic stuff, or
Yeah.
however we'll just talk.